Hello and welcome back to Hourglass Season 2, Episode 14. There's a bush there. Let's take two. Let's just reverse. All right, let's Hello and welcome back to Hourglass Season 2, Episode 14. Y'all, I am excited for this month of cleanup to continue because we're going to start right where we left off last time with our villager transportation project. So I'm going to try to be a little bit better about making sure I capture the before and afters. So this actually is going to be the demonstration for two befores this time. So the greenhouse back here, it's not a greenhouse, it's just got a green roof. The green build back here was originally my exterior. It was a couple episodes ago that we did. Now the village unfortunately has kind of hit a standstill just because we have a bunch of people that are really busy this time of year. It's the end of the school year for a lot of people. The weather's getting nice, so a bunch of people are out doing real life things. So we still have some builds in here that are not complete. But what I want to try and do this week is kind of focus on this again and bring the villagers all over into completed builds. So the first thing I'm going to do is work on the interior of this build here. And in case you can't remember, because it's been so long, there are actually 3 levels to this build, so we can fit a bunch of interior and villagers in this build. So since it's so big, I might visit with Wolf and see if he's okay if I rearrange kind of, let's see if I can find a sign. He had signs on these at one point, but like this one was supposed to be like clerics, for example. But I think what I'll be able to do is use the green build for like a bunch of different kinds. So what I'm thinking is we'll have a different type of villager on each level, because where the villagers are coming from over here, we haven't been breeding them for a while. Like the breeder here is shut off. Should be, yeah, let's see, let's look. Yeah, there's no new ones in there, but these are the villagers that we've got to move over there. So one of the builds that Glorious Wolf has completed for us is where the librarians are going to go, and the armor smiths and toolsmiths and them are going in the other build that's completed. But then all of these guys back here, the stonemasons, the farmers, and we only have like one cleric, I think. Yeah, one cleric. So there's a lot of these guys. So the stonemasons, I think I want to see if I can pull them into my build, because then that way we can concentrate on getting the villagers all over and safe, and then we can work on finishing up the I tried to land on top. That's okay. It's okay. I need to practice. We can finish working on that purple build and this orange build here. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to figure out which villagers we're moving over and start work on the interior for this build. And then I'm probably going to tackle one of these two builds. So I want to see this village come together, because Wolf put so much good thought and planning into this that it looks super cool still, just even in the planning stages. Nice, bright, and colorful, but I want to see it finish. So I'm going to work on this project this week, and I will bring you back in for an update when we have some more intel on which villagers are going in the greenhouse. Be right back. And welcome back. I got some villagers moved. And you, yes, they want to say hello already. I was going to say you could probably tell because now we have a door here. But this actually took quite a bit longer than I anticipated it would. These guys can be really stubborn. Now, I don't think I'm completely finished with the interior, but let's go over a couple of the decisions that I made. And the first of which was the staircase as we come in is a spiral staircase, and it goes to all 3 floors. Now, we don't actually have that many villagers to move over here at the moment, so this is future growth and or future storage and or some small farms to tuck away up in there. So we'll decide what to do with those top floors in a bit. But then down here, the very first thing when I okay Oh wow, they all looked down to work at the same time. The first thing when I claimed this build, the original plan was to put the breeder in here, but then, and I don't know if I've showed this very well, one of the new members on the server, not Humo, didn't know what the plan was, that we were going to be moving the villager breeder, and he made a really cute little house for it. Around the temporary setup. So I'm just going to leave it there. And then, yes, it's a little bit further to travel if we have to move the breeder, or move a village, like if we've got the breeder on, which, yeah, okay, good, cool. It's on, at the moment, because I'm going to make some more villagers. So at least I know, I have confirmed it's working. But I did turn it back on, and then let me show you guys the reason I decided to come over here. Okay, you guys don't get to go anywhere. Yeah. There's like a whole scary interior to this thing. I didn't know that there was like a villager massacre archived in here. Hi, yes, you can't go up ladders, can you? I don't think you can. Oh, let's also not fall in. So that's gonna stay. That's like permanent now. But all of these guys are slowly starting to move over. So you can see that all of our stonemasons here, that's all nice and cleaned up now, and they are in the floor 1 of the greenhouse, the green roofed build. And now what I want to do is I want to take a break from messing with villagers because, oh my goodness, oh, I didn't even go over all of this. I'm going to break this block so I can show you, just so I don't accidentally let him out. Because I don't know if his workstation is holding him in, or if the carpet and the block squishing his hitbox is holding him. Because you'll notice that their hitbox is actually like half of a pixel inside of the stone block, which was one of the reasons why this was so painful, is because I had to use a piston to push the block into their head so that I could have carpets down there hiding the light sources, because a carpet and a block make them too tall. But what I was going to show you down here is that chat recommended that I put magma blocks under their workstations as a way to help disable some of their AI. Apparently villagers don't like pathing over these magma blocks, so they don't try to move very often from inside there, which reduces their, and when I say it reduces their AI, it reduces their drain on server resources. So apparently that's really helpful. We had multiple people in chat recommend it. I had never heard that before. So don't at me, bro. Don't come at me in the comments if it's wrong. I trust my chat. And then the final thing here is like a little like resource mini bar, so to say. So eventually, hopefully we'll just have a bunch of like trading materials in here so that we can just get copious amounts of the quartz and everything. And now I did accidentally punch this guy. I'm so sorry when I was putting him in the cell, but he's happy with me now. So I think we're okay, but I am very tired of the villagers. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to work on building the purple build and this orange build here. Glorious Wolf did the 3 other builds that are completed. He did this one here for the tool smiths, armors, and something else. I'm sorry. Oh no, he actually did 4. No? 3. He did that one with the bricks, that one with the dark oak, and this one with the acacia. And this is the villager hall for the librarians. So this is the one that's going to be the most fun to move people into because we have the most villagers. So I might be able to help him with this. Oh, that's cute. I didn't notice this little alcove before. I'm sorry. I'm just like peeking around. I'm not distracted, not at all. But I might be able to help him with this weekend. But for now, I just need to take a break. The episode's going to be a little bit late, but I want to actually get this area completed so that we can show it all in one episode finally. So I apologize, but yeah, we're gonna build some things. So maybe time lapse next. Bum, ba, ba. welcome back. We got we got Munch on the server doing stuff and things, and we've got a couple updates, namely of which the episode is a full week delayed because I have been distracted. There's so much going on the server, but I tried really hard to stay focused on my little bit of projects over here in the village. And the other thing that I wanted to mention is that I changed a little bit of my setup, so I might sound just a little different. I'm gonna see, sorry for doing this in the middle of an episode, but I'm gonna see if we like this setup any better, and if it works any better for me. But without further ado, I wanted to bring you back into the village and show what the results are of all of the hard work. So we did get both village buildings done, and these little dudes out front here in this next to the purple build are for I wanted to keep them because they came up in the time lapse. We had that wandering trader here, so these guys are actually the wandering trader villagers, villager llamas, but you can put carpets on them also just like you would normal ones. And I've always liked the blue and the yellow llamas, and I also just realized, yep, I did it again. No sounds, sorry. So the time lapse didn't show all of the details. It showed quite a bit, but I was pretty proud of this build. I tried to take a lot of inspiration from the builds that Glorious Wolf did in this area. So like the window detail, I did buttons on this one, and then when we get over there to the orange build, you'll see the sign detail I did. And then I also tried to incorporate some of the details that I had on my original green one just to tie a lot of these builds together. So I used the campfire awning that I had from the green build. And then as we walk around here, I just made a bit of storage here. And one of the things that I wanted to do, and sorry, with shaders on, it's kind of dark, it's kind of hard to see, but I like the idea of the raw copper or raw iron ore in the block form. I don't know, it just looks like something that is like a big pile of stuff stored in a barrel. So that's why I used the spruce trapdoor trick here. To make like an open top barrel. And then as we come around here, I did make some customized banners. They just have a gradient on them, but I thought it helped make the flowering azalea bushes pop. Oh, and on the backside, I did a little bit of the sign detail too. So I'm pretty sure most of the builds have some type of sign detail on them to keep it really consistent. And then as we come into the build, I haven't got the villagers moved into this one. There's lots of space. We got lots of prime real estate here for some new future villager homes. But you would have heard, whoa, wow, that's really bright. You will hear next door to me, Glorious Wolf actually got some of his villagers moved in, and he did have to modify my build slightly. So if something looks a little different here, it's because he had to run rail tracks through there, but he got his villagers in. We will, I think this is safe. Yeah, okay, that's, oh, it goes there. There, see, he fixed my build and I fixed his. But he got his villagers moved in next door, so they're over here causing a ruckus. And then we've got the orange villager building around the corner. And I had a lot of fun with this one too. I had a lot of fun with both of them for different reasons, but this one, I don't know. It just was really interesting to me because I've never done like such a mix of blocks. So let me get up in the air because I think when I was running my time lapses on this, it was kind of hard to see the blocks that I was using on this. So it's actually, I believe it's red sand, even though the shader looks funny. No, it is orange concrete powder. I tested with red sand, but it's orange concrete powder, red sandstone, pumpkins, and some jack-o'-lanterns for some hidden lighting, and then orange terracotta. So I really like the way it came out. It's so different though, but the whole purpose of this village was to have a really colorful, like cutesy kind of thing. I don't know, not cutesy. I don't know how to call the vibe. Just something really eclectic, very bright and vibrant and very colorful, was the kind of reference we had started with. So I think I think the builds are done. And now it's just a matter of getting a bunch of detail work in around the builds, and the interior's done, which this one's even a little bit worse because I don't even have the floors in, and our lighting was just extra jack-o'-lanterns. So it's a little bit rough in here, but the outsides look great. Oh, and I didn't not do the back on this one. I feel pretty proud of the back on this one. I feel like the back of the builds can sometimes not be as cool and as detailed, but I honestly feel like I forgot I had my rockets in my hand. Let's remedy that. But I feel like a lot of the builds around here are really unique and very interesting. So I do apologize that it's a shorter episode. It's a little bit late, a week late. But let me real quick, before we lose too much more daylight, show you what's gonna go on here. We have a new build that's coming in here, and I'm gonna move the spruce tree so that we can connect to the path here. And this is actually going to be, I'm gonna incorporate it to the village a little bit. Like, I'm gonna style it to the village more than the spawn theme, what am I trying to say? The steampunk theme. And it's going to be the build that gets us down into this area. So, a little bit of a preview for next week. One of the projects that I'm going to tackle next week is down here, because I'm going to visit with Husker. He found this amazing, ginormous double geode that was inside of a mine shaft. So we are going to work down here on kind of cleaning this area up. It's meant to be our geode farming area, and we haven't really farmed much. So we gotta make the area more hospitable for farming. So I'm gonna put the build on top to match the village aesthetic, and it's gonna move over slightly so that it's where these are, so that you go down and straight into the amethyst. And then also, it's not too close to that build for there to be something substantial. And then, because I don't have my bed in my inventory and it's getting almost time to sleep, I'm going to show you one of the other projects that I have started planning. And this is why, sadly, Zelda, this is the reason why I can't ever seem to get anything done on time, is because I'm in the middle of a bunch of really big plans. There's always so much to do. So right now, we are directly underneath the blacksmith that Pants Are Nice built for us in, like, the first week of the server. Now, he did an amazing aesthetic job up top, but these are all the different types of items that this build is going to be storing. Now, obviously, we're not ever going to have very many emerald ore, but I want to store them in a way that they're easy to find, because we're doing this decentralized storage. It's already a pain to go to like 5 different builds. If the stuff you want is in a miscellaneous chest, no one's ever going to build with anything but stone. So I want to make sure that it's very easy to tell what is going on. So I've been mocking out a few ideas. I was digging, and I moved all of the items up here that we have already. So everything ore related is up here now, which took actually a fair amount of time, because the limited inventory in Minecraft is, even with shulkers, once you have like an inventory full of shulkers, you can't carry much else. So that was fun to get up here, and now we've got to figure out how we're gonna do the sorting. And I think with that, what I'm gonna do, since we got done sleeping, I'm going to do one final flyover of the village and say a goodbye from this week on Hourglass. This week, 2 weeks. Graceful landing for the exit. But say a goodbye from these couple weeks on Hourglass, and we will catch you all later with even more builds and cleanup and new stuff and things. Have a great weekend. Bye!